Integral is a global alliance of Christian relief and development agencies working together to present a more effective response to poverty worldwide. Integral was launched as an alliance in 2004. CEOs from 12 Christian agencies believe that by generously committing to work together, their combined reach and impact would provide more resources for the most vulnerable.
I feel privileged to have been one of the persons who saw this special organization take its first steps, being formed into what it is today. Despite many organizational differences, there has always been an atmosphere of mutual trust and appreciation. I hope you are aware that you are part of a very unique organization.
Right from the start, I felt that God had His hand on Integral. The quality of our work has benefited so much from iron sharpening iron, the creation of minimum Christian quality standards, and the virtual learning groups which have significantly improved the quality of what we do.
Integral models a virtual Christian community with prayer at the center and interdependence, vulnerability, and fellowship as our foundations.
We all meet together with a humble heart, always willing to learn and know more of God. Based on that, there is a very special trust among us. We are open to share resources and experience and to explore new ways to serve in excellence.
On our journey, we've seen God do amazing things through our members and the alliance He has forged between us. Our members have reached into over 90 countries and partner with almost 700 local organizations. By working together, we believe we can do more to help some of the world's most vulnerable people. The civil war in Central African Republic is a desperately underpublicized and underfunded crisis. Thousands have died and over 1 million people are displaced. Integral launched a joint disaster response in 2014 with 8 of our members. We've been able to access a number of different funding streams to help those affected by the conflict.
The situation in Central African Republic is desperate. The links formed between Integral members responding and CAR is an amazing demonstration of agencies coming together to add value, support, and depth to the response. It has allowed us to continue driving forward this kingdom-building work. Our hope for the future is that we can provide resources for more of the world's hidden emergencies.
In November 2013, Typhoon Haiyan caused widespread devastation in the Philippines. 18 Integral members worked together to respond, and by sharing resources, they collaborated and created a common pool of funding to empower local church-based groups to respond more effectively to the longer-term impact of Typhoon Haiyan in their own communities through grassroots livelihood initiatives.
The pooled fund is actually designed so that the smaller churches and organizations will be helped to really build capacity for them so they can really serve the people in their community. This actually is designed particularly for churches or organizations that do not have access to international organizations or direct access. And therefore, the Integral Alliance, by bringing together the fund of different 19 organizations and putting together in one pot, then it is now effectively being brought to the grassroots.
Since December 2013, an average of 2,000 refugees have entered Uganda every day, fleeing violence, killing and destruction in South Sudan. 86% of these are women and children, and 60% are under 18. To date, 12 Integral members have worked together to assist over 500,000 people directly, establishing clinics, providing safe drinking water, building toilets, providing food relief, and investing in skills training and trauma counseling. Hurricane Matthew reached Haiti on the 4th of October 2016, destroying over 90% of homes in some areas and affecting approximately 2.1 million people. Integral members work together to assess needs rapidly and deliver urgent assistance to 9 of the worst affected communes in the Sud district. Using pooled funding from Integral, 4 members already working in Haiti got together and shared information, vehicles, staff, and technical expertise to respond, reaching more people and directing funds to where they were most needed.
We decided to split our teams so that there were representatives from multiple agencies. Not only was this good for team building and trust building, but our agencies have different strengths. One organization brought an agronomist, another organization brought health specialists, and another organization brought shelter and wash specialists to the survey. Not every profession was represented in every team, but it meant that there was a more diverse opportunity than any one of us would have done by ourselves. I think that's a big strength.
Yemen was declared a Level 3 emergency in July 2015. This is the most severe large-scale humanitarian crisis level. A massive cholera epidemic is sweeping across the country. Integral members are working to respond to those most affected by this crisis, ensuring funds and resources such as medicines go to where they're most needed. We have assisted more than 100,000 people directly, more than half of them children, and have helped meet critical needs wherever we can. When Syria descended into civil war, 12 Integral members launched a joint disaster response in May 2013 to respond to the mass displacement of Syrians. As insecurity and civil war continues across the Middle East, Integral members remain committed to working together, sharing information, needs, media resources and funding.
We really see great benefits in working with Integral. I think it's amazing they can bring together so many different organizations with the same heart and get them all focused around supporting one organization like ours, which is really unheard of. We greatly appreciate their specific and intentional efforts to pray for us. We really feel like we are not alone.
Collaboration in areas beyond disaster continues to flourish throughout the Integral membership.
Our sharing together affords us the opportunity to think of possible future advances we have not yet discovered. It's so helpful to be able to share advice and learning.
It's inspiring to see just what can be accomplished for the gospel in the combined efforts of our member organizations.
Informal conversations at my first Integral meeting gave me the chance to realise that I'm not alone in a number of challenges that we face in disaster management and development. I was offered great wisdom and listened to with such humility. It actually renewed my search for mentorship.
Being part of Integral is being part of a close family.
Coming from one of Integral's smaller members, I'm reminded of the values of our alliance, that each member has a voice, a unique contribution, and a specific responsibility to carry out. Truly, it is a 1 Corinthians 12:22 experience, that those parts of the body that seem to be weaker are indispensable.
We have come a long way. All our research, data and evaluations of our disaster responses show us that innovations trialed through working together in one crisis help us respond more effectively and efficiently to new crises. Integral is built on the values of relationship, shared Christian faith, prayer and generosity. Looking to the future, our vision is to see greater reach, greater impact and more funding opportunities for our members. We champion, encourage and facilitate collaboration across Integral, and we unite in order to enable more people to flourish as God intended. In a world that is often cynical, fragmented and hostile, we are Christians who continue to believe that disaster and suffering are not the end of the story.